My message, and my final message, maybe the final message I give you from this podium, is that please, for your own safety, for that of your family, get your updated COVID-19 shot as soon as you're eligible to protect yourself, your family, and your community.
Here he is, the biggest douche of the universe. In all the galaxies, there's no bigger douche than you. You've reached the top, the pinnacle of douchedom. Good going, douche. Your dreams have come true.
I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be.
Welcome to the show. You are one-on-one with Wes the Sports Guy here on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey, and online all the time at westhesportsguy.com. Make sure you bookmark that site to get all of my social media links, the podcast link. Leave a 5-star review if you like what you're listening on all the various podcast platforms. You can get that link at westhesportsguy.com. Weekly reviews in the NFL, various musings about the world of sports. You can all find it conveniently located at westhesportsguy.com. Before I get into today's video, I'd like to just remind you that if you are looking for a great Christmas gift, there are some gift box bundles for coffee, tea, cocoa lovers alike at coffeebrandcoffee.com. You can save yourself some money by using the promo code one-on-one-West. You can get some very special flavors as well, including peppermint mocha. This will be available for a limited time at coffeebrandcoffee.com. And you could also get another limited flavor, blueberry cobbler. I kid you not, it is legitimately smelling like blueberries right out of the packaging. Blueberry cobbler, limited time, along with peppermint mocha at coffeebrandcoffee.com. Save yourself some money on any new purchases, future purchases using the promo code one-on-one-West, or you can click the special link I have in the description of this video at the bottom, or just use the promo code one-on-one-West at checkout to save yourself some money on great smelling and tasting coffee, tea, and cocoa at coffeebrandcoffee.com. So for this video, and I teased it on Twitter before I recorded this, I was going to be talking about LeBron James deciding to inject himself into a week-old story about Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and a photo when he was 14 years old back in Arkansas when he was, by all evidence, including by the story in the Washington Post, as being an onlooker of what was happening at the time in the mid-50s of basically segregation taking place in Arkansas. No evidence to the contrary that Jerry Jones is anything but an onlooker in the photo, but LeBron James decided to inject himself into that story. I was going to talk about how naive this was of LeBron James and point out the various other examples of his naivete, but something much, much bigger has been coming to light here as we get into this weekend, first weekend of the month of December, and I have to tell you straight up, this is downright one of the most important, if not the most important story of my lifetime. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. It is not sports related, but it is something I have to talk about. It is something that I have been voicing my opinion about for the last couple years now on this channel. Yes, it is a sports channel. I do appreciate you subscribing, hitting that bell, and tuning in for various sports opinions, analyses, and other things in the world of sports. I do appreciate that. I appreciate you coming in for other opinions of my own on this channel as well. All of it is greatly appreciated. I appreciate the feedback. Leave a comment if you like what you're listening to. Leave a like on the video as well. But this is a story that I need to voice my opinion on. Something very nefarious has been going on for a long time with politicians in this country. And I'm not going to put a number on it. You can use your imagination. Let me know in a comment below. How long do you think this has been going on? Has this been going on since the 20th century, 19th century, whatever the case may be? Has it been going on since this country's inception? Let your voice be heard in the comment section below. But from my standpoint, this has nothing to do with a particular person. You could say it's all about the orange man. You could say it's all about the sleepy man in charge of this regime. It is not particularly about one person. This is a political apparatus that is grossly violating your rights in real time. And it's been going on for far too long. I will leave a link to this long Twitter thread that I implore you to read for yourself. Even if you don't have a Twitter account, there's various ways to read this for yourself. But even if you do have a Twitter account, I will leave a link to it below in the description so you can read for it yourself. I'm going to highlight a few things here on the screen, and I'm just going to voice my opinion about what's going on. But suffice it to say, Twitter specifically did the bidding of the Biden campaign at the time, a few weeks before the election in late October of 2020, and of the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, to suppress people's speech on Twitter. This was not Twitter acting on its own. This was them getting direct influence and action from government to suppress people's right to speech, freedom of speech. It's in the First Amendment. This is a huge story. This is something that we all hold dear. At least I think we do. Your rights are inalienable. They come from God. They're supposed to be protected by the government because they come from a higher power. But they're not doing their job. How long have they not been doing their job? Probably most of my life, to be honest with you. But the gross violation of the Biden campaign at the time, saying, hey, to somebody at Twitter, look at these accounts for us. Review them, please, if you will. And somebody replied back at Twitter saying it was handled. And sure enough, if you look at those accounts, they're no longer around. They must have been suspended, lickety-split, right then and there, late October of 2020. You also look at how the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, is highlighting just these two examples of people's accounts to shadow ban, suppress, or just suspend for various reasons that the DNC does not agree with. It went as far with the suppression. The reason why this was all happening was because of the laptop from hell from a certain son, Hunter, of a sitting now president of the United States, Joe Biden. The Hunter Biden laptop story by the New York Post in late October. This is what this all surrounds. I said it does not even affect one man, even though the story has to do about one man's son, but it is not just about him. This apparatus is fascistic. It has grown to a level, even after this has come to light from late October of 2020, it has grown to a level that it must be having more lights shown upon it, not just from the Twitter files here, from this reporter Matt Taibbi. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I will, again, link this Twitter thread for you to read for yourself. This has been shown a light, that proof inside of Twitter before Elon Musk bought it, of the collusion between government and private corporations to suppress the populace. That is the traditional definition of fascism. This entire apparatus has become fascistic in nature through all levels. I put in the beginning of this video how Anthony Fauci is the biggest douche in the universe. I stand by that. That is not just in jest. That is my opinion based off of the facts. The man is at the center of all of the medical tyranny that has been placed upon you. Whether you yourself have felt it or you know from second, third hand, close family members, distant relatives, friends from long away places. He is, Fauci, the biggest douche in the universe. The Biden regime is a fascistic regime. How is it that a campaign can ask and demand suppression of people's accounts from a private corporation? How is that legal? How is that even allowed in this country, this day and age? How is that possible? It went so far with the suppression of that laptop story that a Democratic congressman even communicated to Twitter to say, you guys have definitely overplayed your hand here. There are rights involved with so many people in America. Not just with freedom of speech, but the press. You're suppressing the freedom of the press, also in the First Amendment. And perhaps the most shocking revelation out of all of the Twitter files on Friday night was that Democratic leadership quoted in communique with those higher-ups in Twitter that the First Amendment isn't absolute. Come again? Isn't absolute? Really? That's quite shocking. But then again, really it isn't. This isn't about if Republicans are any better than Democrats or vice versa, however your political leanings are. But realize this. This is grossly immoral, illegal to the highest degree. Government is compelling and demanding a private corporation do its bidding. Otherwise, hey, you know that Section 230 stuff we've been kind of spitballing back and forth about the last couple years? We might want to change that a little bit here. We might want to make you guys more of a publisher, meaning you have to be held accountable for things you publish. Not so much that you're a platform and hey, anything goes. You get those legal freebies, you don't get those liabilities put on you for things that are being put on your platform because hey, you're just a platform, that's all. Even with Elon Musk owning Twitter, Section 230 needs to be revamped whole cloth. All of them need to decide, are you a publisher or are you a platform? That's it. You choose one or the other, that's it. You abide by those rules for either one you choose going forward. But it definitely needs to be absolutely redone, stripped away, and put back into something that's fair, where they decide what they want to be going forward. But make no mistake, this isn't just about Twitter. This is all of social media. These are all the big ones, the trillion-dollar companies, everybody. There is a great deal of public-private partnerships going on for many years now. We all know this. We really didn't think much of it, but it is happening. Even before the current regime got into power, it's happened for a long time. We chose to ignore it for as long as we could. We can't anymore. Realize your rights are under attack. You must defend them, even until the end, whatever that may be. For your children and your children's children, if you want them to live in a free country, at least for the time being, because it could go away, and when it goes fast. You have to defend these rights, all of them, until the end. If you don't take advantage of this opportunity with this light being shown upon this. More will be revealed on this side of things with Twitter. But make no mistake, all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, I know they're part of the same thing, but those are two of the bigger ones. TikTok, with all the Communist Chinese Party connections with that company, get off of TikTok. They're all in with the government for lots of things, lots of favors, lots of freebies. Your rights are going to be under attack on your front door sooner rather than later. I don't wish that upon anybody, but realize this. This won't stop. It will continue. But if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, I don't think you're going to get another one. That's how dire this is, in my opinion. That is how huge this story is. It's going to get bigger because more is going to be revealed. But just on this one alone, take advantage of this opportunity with this moment and the truth being shown to you. The saying goes, the truth shall set you free. If you have not been set free until now, I welcome you. Join in the defense of your God-given rights under the Constitution of this country, of the United States of America. This is the time. This is it. You are not taking my rights away from me. I am standing firmly in with those rights until my last breath. There will be no silencing me on any of this stuff. If you follow me on Twitter and my social media links, I'm not shy about sharing this information with you. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with the opinions that I give when sharing this information. Yes, I am a sports guy. But even I have opinions about sports that not everybody agrees with. That's fine. We can disagree about these things. I don't have to be shunned from society over my opinions, nor should I shun you from your opinions. That's not how this works. But I tell you what, when a government is telling a corporation to do something that against somebody that the government does not agree with, no, I'm not standing idly by. This has to stop. You're not going to get assistance from a politician without you standing firm and saying, enough. This stops right now. I'm happy this information has been put out into the forefront. A lot of people suspected, have more proof now that there was absolute suppression from the higher-ups in government. And it's always been happening now, especially in the last few years. Now that it's come in and the light's been shown on it, I implore you to stand now. I don't know if there's going to be another chance to do this, but this is definitely the time that we need to start doing it. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell below to get notified when all the latest videos are posted on this channel, whether it be at YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, or Odyssey. Bookmark westthesportsguy.com. Get all my social media links, the video links to those sites at YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and Odyssey. Weekly reviews of the NFL will be posted up there every week of the NFL season, including the playoffs, which will be just around the corner. Since we're in the month of December, make sure you go to coffeebrandcoffee.com, if I get the mug turned around right, and use that promo code OneOnOneWest, or click the link in the description below to save some money on your future or first-time purchase of coffee, tea, or cocoa. I will see you next time.